Hello students, as I have told you that in the last video we have shared the total functions and the cell organelle systems of this typical animal cell. Now today we will be starting off with a new one, that is a typical plant cell. So basically in the cell structure chapter you have gone through the theory, what are the functions of cells and all. The typical animal cell we have completed. Now it is a turn for a typical plant cell. As I have already told that in the living organ, means in case of the living organism, we have two types. One is the plant, another is the animal. So make it simple, more simple. As we have completed the animals, we have moved to the plant cells. Now the typical plant cell will, before taking no time, I'll just discuss each and every cell organelle and their function quickly. So for a review or a revision you can make this note. Okay, in case of a typical diagram, this is a simple diagram, no need of, as I told you in case of science, no need of very beautiful drawing. Don't waste your time in those. Only the thing is that you have to make it and label it properly. Okay, so this is a simple plant cell which I have drawn, which is needed in your board exam. The first thing what I will discuss is a cell wall. Now in case of an animal cell, you have not come across with this new one. So if I mark it as 1, okay, so in this one, cell wall is an extra protective boundary or extra protective layer which is given for the plant cell to get support. Okay, so cell wall is actually a dead structure, it is not a living one. Okay, so cell wall is an extra protective structure. Why this is provided? Because as we know that plant itself is a very softer and very delicate tissues, right? So in that case, in order to protect them, they need some extra support, isn't it? So for that one we introduce another protective covering, that is called a cell wall, right? So the main function of the cell wall is to provide a rigidity to the cell, and it also helps you to give you a protection, to the extra protection, extra strength to the cell. So this is the only function of a cell wall. Next we come to the next one, the cell membrane. This is same as the animal cell. So in animal cell also you are getting a cell membrane, here also you are getting a cell membrane. Here the function is same, for this one also it is same, and for the animal cells also. So what was this function? To provide the strength, rigidity, one. Second one, it is a selectively permeable membrane. As you know that it allows certain substance to pass through it and doesn't allow the rest of it to pass through it. And it also is a porous membrane, so it acts as a transport medium. Okay, so the things can go in, go out, and this is a mode, and also builds a separation with other units, right? So this is a cell membrane. The functions of the cell membrane are same only as the animal cells. Now moving to the next unit, the very important one, the mitochondria. Yesterday, mitochondrion, single one. Yesterday we have discussed that there is a sleeper cell type of structure. This sleeper cell type of structure, this is called a mitochondria. This has a double layered structure and it has this finger like projections. What are these? These are called the cristae. Okay, so this is where the energy unit, as I told you that please do remember that this is the energy unit or the powerhouse of the cell, and it produces what? It produces the energy molecule. What is it? The ATP, the adenosine triphosphate. What does it produce? It produces ATP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Please do make a note, adeno, always do adenosine tri, because there are 3 phosphate. Can you see this? Adenosine triphosphate. So 3 molecules of phosphate with its adenosine bonding. Okay, so this is the ATP, and this is the also called the energy molecule. The energy molecule. So this is what is the main function of the mitochondria. This is the third one, and the mitochondria is also called the powerhouse of the cell because it is generating ATP, and as it is giving ATP, that means the energy molecule for the whole cell to function. So the function of the mitochondria is not changing with animal cell or plant cell. It is remaining same. It is an energy unit, right? Next we move to this Golgi apparatus, the fourth one. You can see, you will, in case of a Golgi apparatus, this will be like a broken comb like structures like this. This is actually a Golgi bodies, or some people say Golgi apparatus. Their main function is for storing and packing. The packaging system. Now what do you pack? You need something to pack. What do they pack basically, and what do they store? Their main function is endoplasmic reticulum. Yesterday I have already told, in case of ribosome and in case of endoplasmic reticulum, they secrete protein, isn't it? They create the protein molecules, and the function of the Golgi apparatus is to store and pack those protein molecules into vesicle forms, okay? And as we know that protein is very much important for all the body functions to carry on. So what do? They pack the protein molecules into vesicle forms and transport it to the cell membrane, to the plasma membrane, to the cytoplasm, wherever it is needed. So what is the main function? Golgi apparatus, storing, packaging of what? Packaging of proteins. Who gives the protein? Endoplasmic reticulum and ribosome generates the protein, and that it deliberately packs it, and it changes into a vesicle form. And where do they transport? They transport to the places where there is a need of protein, like the plasma membrane, the cytoplasm, wherever, the lysosome, anywhere, wherever it is needed, it transports those protein molecules. That thing clear? Next we come to a very interesting structure which is present, chloroplast, or the fifth one, the chloroplast, amyloplast. Now let's have a idea of what are these two terms. This was not there in the animal cell. Why? Because these are actually plastids. What are they? They are called plastids. They are called plastids. These are some extra materials. There are three types of plastids. One, the chloro. Another, leuco. Another, chromo. So, chloro, leuco, chromo. And with that, you add a common name, that is plast. Chloro, you add with it plast. Chloroplast, you add leucoplast, plast. Leucoplast, you add chromoplast, plast. Its back becomes a chromoplast. Now what are these things? Let's have a quick definition. Chloro. Chloro means what? We have often heard from the childhood that chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, what is the function of chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is the green pigment that helps to trap the solar energy and helps, very important, for photosynthesis. So that is what is chloroplast. That means the plastid which is actually carrying and generating the chlorophyll. What are those called? They are called the chloroplast. So they are green in color. What are they color? The color is green. As we know, chlorophyll is green. So chloroplast is that organelle, that plastid which generates the plastid, the green plastid, the chlorophyll, and also stores it, right? For what is the function of chloroplast? The function of chloroplast is to trap the solar energy and helps in photosynthesis, right? I hope this is clear. Next one is leuco. What is this leuco? This is a scientific term. If you know the term, then there's very easy to find out. Leuco. Leuco means which doesn't have any color. So colorless organelles or colorless plastid, that is a leucoplast. Okay, what is this main function? Their main function is to store foods and all. So this is a storage one. Okay, leucoplast stores food. It helps in different types of metabolic activities. So this is what is a leucoplast. So what are the three types of plastid? One is chloro, Zero is chloro, one is leuco, and the second one is chromo. In scientific word, chromo means chroma. Chroma means color. So in case of plants, you have fruits. Sometimes fruits are of different color, the flowers are of different colors. So who is giving this extra color which is not needed in animals? So who is giving this color? The chroma. This is the chromo, chromo, chromoplast. So chromoplast main function is to give color to the flowers and the fruits. Okay, so this is what is chromoplast. Now together, when you are describing them in a plant cell, typical plant cell, what do? You write a chloroplastid. So chloroplast, I have shown it in like this. This is a green pigment side and helps in generation of chlorophyll, and it is the function is to trap solar energy for the autotrophic nutrition. Clear? Next we come, amyloplast is that plastid which is carrying the leuco and the chromo one. Amyloplast together we are talking about. This we have mentioned it, and their typical function is mentioned in out here 0, 1, 2, 3. Chloroplast, leucoplast and chromoplast together called the amyloplast. Okay. Next come to the, I hope the plastid part is clear. Another thing, these plastids are those substances which is not present in animals. Can you tell me why? I want to know the answer in the comment box. Okay, if you like it, you will answer me in the comment box. Later on I will give you the answer also. Clear? So this one is the plastid part. Next we move to the nuclear, again the same thing, the nuclear membrane. Now here you can see the nuclear membrane. As you know that there is a function of the nuclear membrane to protect the materials which is there inside the nucleus, and it also acts as a transport way between the cytoplasm, the cell membrane and the nuclear materials. Okay, so this is a nuclear membrane and another extra boundary which provides supports to the cell. Next one, if I say, can you see this big round vacuum structure? What is this? This is the vacuole. Now the vacuole in case of plant cell is a bigger one and a large one. Why does it so? Because in case of animal cell, vacuoles were sometimes present and sometimes it was not present. I have discussed in the previous video that sometimes due to regards they are become as per the content, as per the necessity, they come and they go away. So this was the process was pinocytosis, and now in this one the vacuole will be present, a larger vacuole, because in order to maintain the turgidity of the cell, in order to provide strength to the cell, and in this vacuole it also practices different types of metabolic activities and maintains the sustenance and the metabolism of the cell. The metabolic activities, this is a place where the metabolic activities, exchanges of gases and these type of things happen, and the main activity is to strengthen the cell. So this is what is the function of the vacuole. It is larger in size than the animal cell. Next one is, this is a small structure which is called the perioxysome. Sometimes you will find this, so they tell you to mark it. So perioxysome is another structure which is responsible for producing oxidative radicals, or in case of oxidative reactions. Okay, it actually helps in secretion of the oxidative materials and helps in emphasizing the oxidative reactions. Okay, so this is called the perioxysome. This is not that much important in case of when you are marking this plant cell, but it is important for carrying on. It acts as a transporting bag when different types of chemical reactions goes on. It is very important to have the presence of this perioxysome, right? After the perioxysome we come to the ribosome. Ribosome, as you know, is a unit that helps in protein synthesis. It sometimes get attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. When it is getting attached to the endoplasmic reticulum, it is called the rough endoplasmic reticulum, and when it is not attached with the endoplasmic reticulum, then the endoplasmic reticulum is called the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Now what is the function of the smooth and the rough endoplasmic reticulum? They are actually responsible for generation of proteins and helping helping the means generation of proteins and liberation of proteins. Okay, so protein related activities are related with endoplasmic reticulum. If you cannot remember anything, you can say they are related to the protein activities, means protein related carrier or like that. These are the two materials, right? Next after that is coming to this part which I have not explained. The nucleoplasm will be the same. See here, the nucleoplasm is present. This is a nuclear membrane, this is a nucleoplasm. What is the basic activity? As I told you, this is also a plasma. So plasma provides a base to all the other organelles to float through it and maintains the sustainability of the cell. So that is what is the function of this nucleoplasm. And inside the nucleoplasm there is another bigger structure which is called the nucleolus. As you know, this is the main structure where the hereditary material are stored. And what is the hereditary material? We have the thread like structures which are the chromosomes, which chromosomes carry the hereditary materials, the DNA of the plant or the animal. So these parts are same as the animal cell. Okay, so what are the things? A quick review. A plant cell, it will have a cell wall, provides protection, cell membrane. It is also providing protection and allowing certain substance to come and certain substance to go through it. Next one is mitochondria, same as the animal cell, which is responsible for producing the energy molecule. What is the energy molecule called? It is the ATP. Next one is the Golgi apparatus. What is the main function? Main function is to pack the protein and store food. And who producing the protein? The ribosome and the endoplasmic reticulum is responsible for production of those proteins, and this is packaging and storing it. The next one is the chloroplast. Not only chloroplast, let's study about the plastids. These are the present in animal plant cell only, not found in animal cell. Plastids can be of three types: chloro, leuco, chromo. Chloro giving color to the green chlorophyll generation. Leuco is actually a colorless organism, helps in storing of the food, and chromo gives color to fruits and the fruits and the flowers. Okay, so this is a chromo means color. Next one is the nuclear membrane. As I told you, it is a extra membrane structure which helps in producing strength and differentiating it from the cytoplasm and the nucleoplasm, acting as a barrier. Vacuole is a large one. In case of animal cell, it was small. In case of plant cell, it is a big one. It provides strength, it provides a metabolic panel to the whole cell and maintains the sustenance of the cell. Next one is the perioxisome. This is an oxidative reacting material or organelle which helps in oxidative reaction, emphasizes the oxidative reactions. Ribosome, protein synthesis. Amyloplast contains leucoplast and chloro, that helps in giving the color and all those things which I have already discussed in plastid form. Last one is the nucleoplasm. Same, it is a base jelly material which helps allow the floating of other materials and maintains the metabolic activities. And the RER and the SCR, as you know, smooth endoplasmic reticulum is those which is not attached with the ribosome, and rough endoplasmic reticulum are those which are attached to the ribosome. So this is a typical cell structure of a plant. Go through it one by one, go through each and one of them one by one, write their functions in points, not in summary, and always whenever you are highlighting an extra scientific name, do underline them. Okay, so this is a typical plant cell structure. If you have any doubts, please write me in the comment box, and if you have anything to ask, anything you want to add, any videos you want to add in that one, please do ask in the comment box. Okay, I hope you will enjoy this. Okay, thank you.